Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's cut right through all the buzz around AI in the classroom. We're going to figure out how it can actually be a powerful tool for deep learning instead of, just another piece of tech gathering dust. And look, this is a question on pretty much every educator's mind right now. You're feeling that pressure from all sides to adopt these new AI tools, but a lot of the time there's no clear plan for how it actually helps students learn anything.
That feeling actually has a name, the AI pressure trap. It's that top-down pressure to use AI just because everyone else is doing it. And it usually ends up creating way more frustration than real learning.
And when that's how it's rolled out, without real training or a solid plan, it leads to something called tokenistic usage. And that's a fancy way of saying the tool becomes the focus, not the learning it's supposed to be helping with.
It's like you use AI for one flashy project, and then poof, it's gone. And everyone's left wondering, what was the point of that? But what if we could just flip this whole script? What if we could reframe AI's role into something way more useful?
All right, so let's dive into this new way of thinking. Instead of seeing AI as some kind of replacement or just a gimmick, I want you to think of it as your own personal, intelligent super assistant, one that's designed to make you a better teacher, not to automate your job.
So here's the key idea. Let the technology handle all the repetitive, time-sucking stuff. Things like generating practice problems or grading the basics. That way, you can focus on the high-value, human stuff, like leading a killer scientific debate or sitting down one-on-one with a student who's struggling.
And this chart just nails the difference, doesn't it? On one side, you have AI doing the thinking for the student. It's a crutch. But on the other side, you see AI that supports the student, helps them revise and build skills. And ultimately, it just makes the teacher more effective. This right here, this single idea is pretty much the entire key to unlocking AI's real potential in your classroom. It's all about using technology to get back time for the parts of teaching that only a human can do. Okay, so that sounds great in theory, right? But what does this super assistant actually look like in the middle of a busy, maybe even chaotic science classroom? How do you actually do it? Well, it really breaks down into a simple three-part flow that fits right into how you already teach. There's a rule for it before, during, and after your lesson. So picture this. Before your students even walk in the door, you're already one step ahead. You use a dashboard that shows you, hey, these 3 students are really struggling with Newton's third law. Instantly, you can ask an AI to whip up 3 different warm-up activities, tailored for exactly what they need. And this is the real game changer. While an AI tutor is giving every student personalized practice over at a digital station, you're now free to do what only you can do. Pull that small group you identified earlier and give them targeted, face-to-face help right when they need it most. And the wins just keep coming. After class 2, the AI can give that first pass feedback on a lab report, catching all the basic stuff. The student revises it themselves. So when you finally get it, you can spend your limited time focusing on what really matters, their scientific thinking. So let's talk about the payoff. Because when you start using AI this way, you get these 2 massive benefits for you and for your students. First up, AI is incredible at spotting patterns. It can flag that, say, a whole bunch of students are confusing speed and acceleration. That lets you jump right in and address that exact misconception before it gets baked in. And second, it shifts what students are spending their brain power on. By letting AI handle the boring drill and practice, students have more mental energy left for the hard, fun stuff of real science. Designing an experiment, digging into complex data. That's the difference between just knowing a fact and truly understanding a concept. But here's the thing. For any of this to really work, it can't just be one superhero teacher doing it all alone. School leaders have a huge role to play here, and it means shifting from ordering teachers to use tech to actually helping them use it well. And let's be real, a one-off, hour-long webinar on some new AI tool, that's not going to cut it, not even close. If you want this to stick, you need real, sustained support. So what does that actually look like? Well, here's a roadmap. Instead of one-off trainings, create teacher learning groups that last a whole semester, where they can try things out and share what works. Give them actual, protected time to rework their lessons. And maybe most important of all, judge success not by if they used a tool, but by how it helped students learn. The focus always has to be on the teaching, not the tech.
So in the end, this whole conversation isn't really about a race to see who can adopt the most gadgets. It's about something much, much bigger. It's a huge opportunity to use this technology smartly to get back to the very human core of what makes teaching so powerful in the first place.